Hi guys, Dan Cooper here from Pro Tools Expert, and I've got myself a copy of IK Multimedia's new stealth limiter that's caught my attention, as it seems that so many people are claiming this to be the ultimate transparent limiter. Now that's a pretty bold claim, so I've been playing around with this a lot recently and found that I have to agree. This limiter can get things really quite loud with little in the way of those crunchy artifacts you often get with other limiters. Well, with that said, if you're silly and push it, then of course you're going to get quite a bit of distorted audio. So let me give you a quick overview of what I think are the most important controls in Stealth Limiter, and then I'll run some music through it so you can hear for yourself how transparent this thing is when pushed. Starting at the top, we find the usual controls that you would find on any limiter. We have input and out ceiling, bypass in the middle here, and a unity gain, which lets us monitor the limiter without any volume changes. Now, this in my opinion is an absolutely critical control for limiters, and I'm so glad to see it included here. If you're unfamiliar with this type of feature, all you need to know is that it's there to help our ears and mix instincts from being tricked into louder is better. The Unity Gain Control monitor simply keeps the output volume the same so that we can truly focus on how the limiter is reacting to the input control. Now what's nice is that there are 4 options to let us add some subtle colorations to the sound of the limiter. We can select between these under modes. Now I'm going to loop a drum track and drive it quite hard with the limiter so that hopefully these modes can somewhat be pronounced. So first I'm going to turn on the Unity Gain monitor and then start to increase the inputs. So we get some reduction on the right there. First we have tight, this being Stealth Limiter's sort of default most transparent setting. Next we have balanced, which to my ears adds a very small amount of like a compression-y sounds. It's very subtle. And then we have harmonics 1 and 2 that introduce a small amount of analog coloration. So I'm just going to literally switch between them so we can hear what's going on. Okay, so let's run some music through it. I've got 4 examples of music here, 4 different genres, and let's just see what happens. So the first one, if I just give you a little idea of what it sounds like without anything on. Quite an aggressive piece. So let's give it some level. Let's have a little look at the RMS. Sort of about -18. I'm going to try and bring that up to around about -10. So let's add 8 dB. And let's see how much further we can push it. I'm going to go back around that again, and I'm going to make sure that the Unity Gain monitor is on and keep pushing it further until we truly hear where it can start to break up. And let's see if I can push it a little bit more. So it's at -7. Okay, you can start to hear it in the bottom end. Let's put it all the way back. So no limiting. It's very subtle. And then bring the Unity Gain monitor off. Okay, so let's try another style of music. This one's a bit more of a lazy rock sort of song. And this needs quite a boost of around 10 dB, if not more. So with the Unity Gain monitor on, sort of listening for things I don't like. Yeah, starting to choke the snare drum. Let's bring it back. Yeah, it's quite nice about there. And let's hear that now, backgrounds, without the Unity game monitor on.
It is, but it's not enough to put me off. Sad as it is, but it's not enough to hold me back.
Starting to break up round about here for this particular song.
Wish that I would crack. I know you don't want this.
Okay, so let's move on to another style of music, and we have a pop track. Again, needs a fairly big lift. So let's put it in Unity Game Monitor. Yeah, it's a lot cleaner on this style of track. Background again. Works for me there. So let's try this now on something a little bit softer. Got like a country ballad here.
Don't lose heart, don't you lose heart now.
So a very low volume here.
Feel worse than you've ever been somehow. Don't abandon hope, don't you leave your hope behind.
Okay, so let's have a little go with this one as well. So once again, Unity Game Monitor, and let's start pushing some level.
Don't lose heart, don't you lose heart now. I know you feel worse than you've ever been somehow. Don't abandon hope, don't you leave your hope behind.
Okay, let's bring the Unity Game Monitor off.
You feel stuck, but it's all in your mind.
Let's try and push this right to the limit, see how it performs.
Heart, don't you lose heart now. I know you feel worse than you've ever been somehow. Don't abandon hope, don't you leave your hope behind. I know.
So, my final thoughts on the Stealth Limiter. Yes, as a bread and butter limiter, it will definitely deliver exactly what you need. This is fast becoming my go-to limiter of choice, replacing one that I've used now for over 3 years. Now, I've been showing you the Stealth Limiter as a single instance within Pro Tools. If you're not familiar with IK's plugins, then let me introduce you to their T-Rax plugin. This lets you host all of IK's plugins, which you can chain in any combination that you like. So, if you want to include some of their EQs or compressors before the limiter, which is here, the Stealth Limiter, then T-Rax is a very quick and easy platform that will let you do so. Get yourself a trial version of Stealth Limiter, as IK do offer a 14-day free trial, and try it for yourself and let us know what you think. As always, I've been Dan, and thanks for watching.